Time now for Toy Tengoku. I'm Arda.
I'm Robin.
And we are here in the toy heaven of HobbyLink Japan, who brings you this fine program.
We'd like to thank you for watching, and thank you for all the nice comments. We really do appreciate that.
Yeah. We're going to be answering some questions later on in the show.
Yep.
But first, let's continue the
Boxo Festa Ramathon.
Yeah, we got that far, but now we have to do the put together thingy-do.
Oh no, I'm glad you're doing that, not me.
Yeah. So we're here with our fine mascot Ignatz the Pronghorn.
Yay! Hi Ignatz.
Who survived the earthquake, as did we all.
Yay!
And we have the small example of the typical Bandai myth cloth here, but this is the Bandai crown.
Saint Cloth Crown. See, it's right here on the poster.
Crown of Seiya, and the other Sagittarius, and the Sagittarius character, which I was wrong about last week, I must tell you. Aoros. This is Aoros.
Okay.
I'm wrong.
Aoros. It's hard to say.
It is. I haven't even said it right yet. It's Aoros.
Aoros. Okay.
Aoros.
Okay.
So, I owe you, Saint Seiya fans, an Aoros apology, because this is Aoros. He is the older brother of Leo Iolia.
Right, okay.
So, now that we have caught up on our Saint Seiya pantheon of fine characters, we are ready to continue. But today we're going to set aside the Aoros parts, just after I learned to say it too. Man.
Well, Seiya is easier to say.
Yes, much easier. Open up and say ah, because here he comes. And today I'm going to be putting some parts of his cloth, his die-cast cloth, on him. And then after that you're going to put that poor chick in some clothes. Boy, she is cold, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Here we have our friend Ami again from Yamato, VMF 50 figure. She's wearing her undies today, but I've got a very nice maid outfit made by Yamato that we're going to be putting on her later. And some nifty boots too. But for now, let's go back to Seiya.
All right, well, I've gotten out the main parts. We'll go on these main parts. So this is about a 1/6 scale?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the neat thing about that is, now that you've got the cloth, that will fit
1/6 scale Seiya.
Did I say 1/8 or did 1/6?
You said it's 1/6.
Okay, 1/6. If you have other 1/6 scale dolls, then you can.
You may be able to get this stuff to fit on them too.
Yeah.
And that's always fun, because that can lead to all kinds of unlikely adventures.
Yeah. Let me see if this will fit. Oh, it's a little small, but close enough for jazz. You could go, Saint Seiya, imakoso, Albert Einstein.
Fighting Albert Einstein.
Wow, fighting Albert Einstein. He fights for justice and relativity. Well,
if you don't believe in relativity, he's here to punch you out.
Wow. What would you say about that?
I don't know.
Anyway, okay. Darn. He doesn't have the proper hole in his forehead for that to work. But,
you know, it wouldn't fit. His noggin is just too big.
Oh, well, it is Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
But Seiya has the perfect noggin for this to fit in, but we'll put that on last. First, we'll start with the main parts of the cloth.
That looks really complicated.
Well, that's why there is the Destruction Manual. Destruction Manual.
You know, in the show, it's easy. They just spin around, some music plays, the armor flies out of nowhere and attaches onto them, and then they point at each other and scream insults. It's easy on the show. But we have to work.
Surprise ending.
We have to work at this.
First, we need to pull off his fists.
Oh my God. Oh, the humanity.
They don't shoot, unfortunately.
Zinger Seiya, that would be cool.
It's the exciting new take on the Ryusei Ken. Then, whoop, that would go there. These are neat. These are hinged.
Oh, cool. So you can like move your shoulders around if you were a Saint Seiya guy.
Now these parts
Always
are
helpful.
not die cast. These here are plastic. Very shiny plastic. But they're going to be under these main parts, so that's okay.
So that's kind of his underwear,
Yeah.
in a way of speaking.
Then this would be the back. It has the little notches where the wings, and the wings are eventually going to go in there. I can't wait for the wings.
Oh, those are going to be amazing.
So that fits on the back. Then we need to have the front. And again, these parts are not die cast. These parts here in question.
And that just kind of snaps together then?
It does
Yeah,
snap
just like
together.
that.
And the planets are in alignment. There we go. Then,
That looks great so far. Yeah, there you go.
are. Right you are, Kenny.
Thank you.
Right you are, Ken. Here we go. Do you say Ken? Here we are so far.
Hey, that looks great.
And then it's time for this. Now this comes in the box all in one piece, but you need to pull it apart to be able to put onto Seiya and or Iodos.
Iodos.
Now last week I was saying Iodios. It's kind of like the
Yeah, stick an extra I in there
it's kind of like
accidentally.
the raviolios. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
So then, to be able to disassemble this part, to get it around his scrawny little bod, you need to pull off these. Should have kept track of which is front and back.
Oh, that's the back.
Okay,
So,
this is the
there you
front.
go.
Oh, that's how it works. Ah ha ha ha, that's how it works.
Yay.
Besides, I would never ever get Saint Seiya Dojinshi.
Okay, whatever you say.
I was just happening through that section.
Uh-huh. Sure you were.
And I was horrified by what met my eyes. So I quickly averted them and scampered on.
And you said, no, 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 no.
Could you be a pal and hold those together?
Like that?
Yeah, thanks.
Sometimes it helps having an extra pair of hands around. And it especially helps if they're attached to a living person. That wasn't a zombie joke, seriously. You still want my help, or should I back off here?
no.
Okay.
Okay, we got the front. Awesome, thanks. Should. These little side skirts are now on. Then we can replace his fisks. Actually, you need to keep the fists off to be able to put the gauntlets
Oh, okay.
on the arms. So we'll just put that back on. And then it's gauntlet time.
Do you know which ones are the gauntlets?
Wow.
It all kind of looks the same to me.
Wow. Okay, we have the arms.
Armored.
Arms are armored.
Arms are armed.
Okay, and so now we have this part, which you cannot simply put on there because he has a hole drilled. He needs to have a hole drilled neatly in the forehead, which is Albert Einstein syndrome, as we learned. So we need to remove the hair to put the new hair on, which has a hole drilled in it. And so, boing, there it is. Whoa.
Oh, male pattern baldness Seiya.
Whoa.
Hey, there's no brain in there.
No brain.
Wow.
No effect. Okay. Now we have the piece of hair with the hole. Just stick that in there and oh. Wow. There's some, looks like they've reinforced this peg. It has some gluey looking stuff on the end.
Residue.
Residuey, but it's on the back of it. So once you stick it into his brain, maybe it's brain matter. That explains it. Okay, well I'm just going to put it on there very loosely for now.
Hey, there you go.
Until we finish him up next week.
Hey, that looks great.
That's a start.
Yay.
All right. Oh my God. Yeah, the way the arm parts work is they come in the box all as one piece, but then you split them in two to be able to put them, to snap them over the arm, just like that. Oops, not quite like that.
He doesn't look so skinny anymore somehow.
Because the armor beefs him up. He becomes mighty through the power of the cloth.
That is pretty cool.
He needs pants. But he will soon have pants, and he will soon have wings. We're going to be putting the beautiful, beautiful wings on him next week. And I'll put his pants on in the meantime. I'll put the rest of the arm.
Yeah, it'll be really neat to see him once the wings are on.
Yes.
That'll be really fantastic.
The way the leg cloth works is, you know, this is how the arm parts of the cloth came too, is they come in one piece. And then you split that apart and then pop it onto the legs. So it's real easy if you're coordinated.
And if you have a lot of experience eating crab legs too.
Yeah, this is like a king crab, man. These are pointy. These are very sharp and pointy.
Ouch.
Yeah. So I'll finish up his cloth over the week, and then next time I will put the wings on and we will get to see him in his grandeur.
Wow, that'll be cool. I can hardly wait.
Okay. Now it's your turn.
Oh, thank you. So our friend Ami has been standing around in her lingerie, very patiently waiting for us to finish with Seiya. So what we have here is this lingerie set is courtesy of Yamato. As you can see, it's a little transparent because Yamato assumes you want your doll to stand around in her underwear looking sexy. And some people probably do, but what we've got here for Ami to wear is we have a maid outfit that is also courtesy of Yamato. Now, the freaky thing about dressing a doll sometimes is that sometimes you have to exert bodily damage on your doll. In order to do this a little more quickly, I apologize for those of you that this might horrify, but we are going to need to take her arms out.
No way.
Yeah, it's easy. See, they just like that. You're not going to throw up, are you? Because that would be really horrible. So there you go. We've got those off. Talking about taking off the... Oh, and I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take the wig off too. I apologize. See, it's horrible being a doll collector. All the horrible, horrible things you have to do and things you have to put up with. So, oh, good Lord, this thing's tight.
Wow, I saw this in a movie.
What are you doing?
It's the crawling hand.
It's the crawling hand.
It's elbow squeaks. Wow. I mean, the shading even is on the elbow. The paint job on this?
Well,
wow,
don't you have shading on your elbows? I have shading on my elbows. Boy, this thing is tight.
I bathe.
Oh, sorry.
This is so subtle.
This thing is...
I'm not sure even the camera could pick up the subtlety of this, of the shading.
It is very nicely done.
Yeah.
It's very amazing. Boy, this is one tight article of clothing, I gotta tell you.
And this is the small busted doll?
This is the small busted doll. Heaven forbid that we have one of the large busted dolls.
Is this clothing, I mean, does it say this is for large busted dolls or this is for small busted dolls?
Sometimes they do say that, but in this instance it didn't. And you know what? I have totally forgotten to mention the really cool thing about this doll that we discovered completely by accident last week. And that is, if you notice, I'm not using this thing to hold her up anymore. That's because we discovered, completely by accident, she has magnets in her feet.
Ooh.
Now that's a leftover from the Obitsu doll body. Obitsu doll bodies have magnets in their feet a lot of the time, which will help them stay on a nice steel plate base like this. Okay, so we've got that on.
Oh no.
You know, I think I may have made a tactical error because I think I probably should have put this thing on before I put this on. All right, well maybe we'll just dress her without this, which is I think it's pronounced pannier. Pannier or pannier. This is the thing that would fluff out her skirt and make it look
Sling
more.
pannier?
No,
like
not
on,
as
like on Vifone?
No, I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. She doesn't turn into a giant robot. I really kind of wish she did, but she doesn't. I'm sorry. You know, not everything can turn into a giant robot. I'm really sorry.
Nor should it, but still.
It's still cool to think
One
about.
can always hope.
One can always hope. That's right. And here's another conundrum about dressing a doll. Sometimes you don't know what end to approach it from. As you saw, I slid her shirt over her head, but I maybe perhaps should have.
I tastefully averted my eyes.
Yes, you did. Well, that's because, you know, that's what you do. I'm going to try putting this thing on over her hips, but I don't think it's going to work because, you know what? Those are some big thighs. I don't think it's going to work. Alrighty, well, we got the clothing on her, not after a little bit of trouble. This outer dress is really, really tight. And in order to get it on over her head, we had to not only remove both of her arms. Where's her other arm? Thank you, Saya. Gee whiz. So not only did we have to remove both of her arms, we also had to take advantage of another feature of this doll, and that is she's squooshable.
She's squooshable.
She's squooshable. She is soft and squooshable. Her bosom is very squooshable, as we found out, and which was a very good thing because otherwise I would have never been able to get this dress on over her head. This thing is tight.
Squooshable.
But that's all right. She looks quite good in it. So there we go.
Need pants?
She's wearing pants, kind of, sort of, panties. Thank you, Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein gets an eyeful this week on Toy Tengoku. So anyway, there she is wearing her lovely maid outfit.
Wow. All right, well that brings us to the questions and answers portions of the
show here.
Of the video entertainment.
We appreciate you guys sending in the questions. We'll do our best to answer some of them for you.
We've got a few of them here. We'll answer a few. I'll read them so you can be surprised. Do all the large-scale toys come in a box in another box? Like this had been in a box that... Well, these were trays that had been in a larger box, but yours had been in a large, what you call the coffin case that had come in a shipping box?
Yeah, I think that they do that to protect it during shipping. I think if you were buying it in a store, in a retail environment, we'd just be getting the long, narrow, yellow colored box with the logo on the lid of it.
Gotcha. So probably not all large-scale toys
come
in an extra or double box.
Yeah.
Okay. I have been wanting to get a ball-jointed doll, or BJD, but I have no clue what's a good size or doll to get. Can you help me?
Well, that's a really tough question to answer, as you can probably imagine. It largely depends on things like how much are you willing to spend, what scale do you want to get into. We have this scale, which is 1/4 scale. There are larger ones, 60 centimeter, that's 1/3 scale. We do carry dolls, ball-jointed dolls by Groove, which are called Ai, which are really cute. They're very small. They're about 10 centimeters tall. They'll fit in your palm, and they're really adorable. A good thing to do would be, there's a really informative website about ball-jointed dolls called Den of Angels. They're at www.denofangels.com, and go on there, get yourself registered, poke around in the forums, and you'll be able to learn about some of the different manufacturers, different sizes and styles and price ranges of dolls that are available, and that might be helpful for you.
Okay. Could you do a video describing how to handle figures?
Carefully, I would think. Some of these aren't made to withstand necessarily rough handling. Personally, I would be scared to death to touch Saya after we get all his armor on him, because I'd be afraid that the armor is just going to go, oops, plunk, and fall off, and then you'd really be in trouble. So far, it's doing a good
job of staying on. Much better than your typical myth block.
Yeah.
I'm real impressed.
Even so, I would probably try to avoid too terrible much handling, if at all possible.
Okay, this was a This was a question that was posted on YouTube. Nice aloha shirt, Robin. Are you from Hawaii?
Oh, thank you. Actually, I'm not from Hawaii. I was born and raised in the Pacific Northwest section of the United States, but I just love Hawaiian shirts. I love them because they're loud and colorful and tacky, kind of like myself, so I just like them a whole lot, and I like to wear them. Thank you.
Okay. I want that Lacrosse Frontier poster behind you two. Does HLJ sell it, or how would I go about getting one? Oh,
there it is.
Well, actually, we don't have, it's not for sale, you can't buy it, sorry. But currently on Gunpla TV there is a, Ryan has asked a question and needs some help, and I believe he may be considering giving away a poster to the folks, the person who helps him best perhaps.
Yeah.
So we do make posters available as giveaways every so often through HobbyLink TV. We get these posters from the manufacturers, and usually a small stack of them. And I know I've got an Epion poster in my office area. Several of us do say, "Oh, poster, yay, yay!" But what's left after we grab them is usually available through HobbyLink TV. So be sure to check out the episodes of the various shows and see when you get your chance.
Tune in and check it out.
Okay, on to the next page. Sorry, Albert. Since the merchandise is already opened, will you still sell them? No, because we don't open the items that are for sale. This is why we wanted to open these, was so we could, see what they're like inside, because when we write them up, we just see the outside of the box and information that was sent from the manufacturer and pictures of prototypes. But if a box is sealed like these were, we are not able to open up because the things are for sale. We got to open these for the purpose of the show, and these two particular ones will not be for sale. Sorry. Do they strip off all the posters whenever they switch between Gunpla TV, Boss Builds, and this show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, you discovered our secret. Yeah. Our shameful secret.
Yeah, we don't have 17 different
We're
ones.
sorry.
Oh, the video illusion. Will you also show Gundam figures, like the ones from Mobile Suits in Action, or Gundam Fix Figuration, or HCM Pro? I think it'd be fun. I mean, we like Gundam. We like various Gundams. We watched several of the anime series. But I figure we're going to leave those for Sid on Gunpla TV. We'll let him have first crack. And if for some reason he decides he really doesn't want to, then, then we'd be glad
we could have a mecha episode.
Sid gets first chance. He is our senpai on the...
He's our Gundam leader.
Yes, on the video front. And finally, this was a fun comment. I just thought I'd go ahead and bring this along in here too. I left the video playing. This was a YouTube comment. I left the video playing until it fully loads, and my mom came in when you said she's bald and naked.
I hope I didn't get you in trouble there. Sorry.
We'll have to think of other things to say to liven up the... All right, so thanks for your questions, and keep on sending them in, and we will do our best to answer, or at least think of a smarty pants remark. And I think that about brings us down to the finish this time.
Next week we're going to have a really spectacular pair of boots for her. I think you're going to really enjoy seeing them, so I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope you will too.
And then next time we'll have the rest of his cloth on, and we will insert the wings right here. So we'll have the donning of the wings for Seiya. It's going to be really spectacular. I think the wings are...
that'll be amazing.
This is enough of a great figure as it is, but those wings...
Yeah, that's going to be really fantastic.
Great. Okay, well, the links for the items that you've seen in today's episode will be posted below the video, so check them out. Well, except Albert Einstein, except he was also, you bought him at HobbyLink.
Yes, I actually did buy Albert at HobbyLink.
But he is discontinued him.
Oh, hello.
But we'll have a link to him just in case,
just
because
in
you
case.
did a great write-up on him about the fighting fists of Albert Einstein. So check that out. Okay, and thanks to HobbyLink Japan for making it possible for us to do this. And so, till next time.
Always remember, Soylent Green is made out of people.